Today we're going to talk about this little guy, this little Canon SX730 HS camera. Small little camera. It's got some pretty big features to it, and it's very compact. So it's real easy to take around with you and have it in the situations where you don't want to be lugging all your big equipment around, and it makes a nice little vlogging camera. So we're going to discuss some of the features, and we're going to show you how it looks when you take it outside or when you have it set up in the room, just so you can get an idea if this is the camera for you. Let's get to it. So we're going to do a test on the Canon SX730 HS, just an out on the street test, so a neighborhood test. So all the sounds you're hearing are the sounds that are in the neighborhood, people working, airplanes, cars going by. You have to remember that this camera cannot have an external mic attached to it, but the microphone on the camera is a really good microphone. Now it's about 11 o'clock, the sun's up on about a 45-degree angle, and I'm looking directly into the sun at this point. I'm going to just do a little 360 spin so we see how the camera does, accounting for the difference of the light conditions and how well it'll work as a vlogging camera. So just a nice little slow motion. I have the camera just on a handheld little stand, and we're going to give it a chance to compensate for the different light conditions. And once again, listen in the background. All the sounds that you're hearing are coming in just through the microphone that's built into the camera. The birds, and just unfortunately right now there's no airplanes flying over. Usually it's a common thing to have the airplanes. So we've done almost a complete 360 now. Like I said, the sun is up at about a 45-degree angle. I have the camera at arm's length, so it does a relatively good job as just a handheld vlogging camera. I'd recommend it for that, and you just got to see what kind of conditions that the light looks like. It's on standard video mode, shooting 30 frames per second, so doesn't seem like we have a lot of finger blur, and seems like it'd be a pretty decent vlogging camera for if you're walking around outside. Let's get back to the rest of the video. Okay, we're back inside, and we're in my room where I have the sound dampening on the walls, so the sound probably sounds substantially better. And as I mentioned, the microphone built into the camera is a pretty decent microphone. Since I'm kind of setting this up as maybe a blogging type camera, I put it on the face focusing field in the video, so that it is going to just keep track of wherever my face is and keep me in focus. So we're going to put it to the test a little bit. As you would expect from side to side, you're not going to really lose any focus during that kind of situation. But as you move in, you're talking about something very important, and you're going to move in. You notice it compensating for the fact that I got really close in, and it's doing a halfway decent job. Now let me speed things up a little bit, kind of throw it off, and it does an okay job. So for a blogging camera that you're going to use, it does a pretty decent job. Now I'm going to shut off my lights that I have in here and just turn on the one light, the kind of yellow looking light that's in the room, just to see what it looks like if you don't have these studio lights around to really light things up. So here I am in the room with just a light that's on a ceiling fan, so it kind of has a little bit of an orange color to it. We have a little bit of light coming off the monitors, and then my backlight for my wall tapestry back there to show the blue in the background. So this is just one single light that is above me, as you can tell, and it's a pretty decent job all in all. I'm going to click on a little 6-inch ring light just to kind of give you an example of just how little of a filler light you might need to make your videos look good. So there we go. I clicked on just a little inexpensive little 6-inch round ring light, and we got a substantial amount of light that was added into the shot. Once again, once you get into post, you can adjust your lighting out there, but for a simple setup, just a little ceiling fan light and a little 6-inch ring light that's sitting about 1.5 feet from me, you can make some pretty substantial videos using this type of system. So there's that test. Let's get on with the rest of the video. So what do we have here? We have a very small 20 megapixel camera that will fit in your shirt pocket. It's not very noticeable. You can take it around with you. You have to decide whether it's for you or not. I've seen a lot of cameras like this that are used by inspection companies when they're going to do home inspections and they need to take pictures, because they're so small and they're easy to get around, and sometimes they have to put things on weird angles and in corners, so it works really well for that. It also works well as a vlogging camera. The things that people don't normally like about this camera, and this is at the higher end of the point and shoot cameras. This is new. They ran for about $700 to $800. On the used market, you can get it substantially less. The things that people didn't like about it and called out on this camera is the fact that it doesn't shoot 4K video. That wasn't necessarily a concern of mine, because I don't shoot 4K video. I shoot YouTube videos and do them in 1080, and it keeps the file sizes down. 4K files are very large and they're hard to work with in post. So it not having 4K wasn't a big deal for me. It does have HD, so the video looks very good, and I gave you examples of the way the video looks, and of course it all depends on what kind of monitor or TV set you're looking at these things on too, as far as the definition of the imagery. The drawbacks: not having the 4K, not being able to put an external mic on it. The mic built in does a really great job. It's going to pick up so much stuff. Airplane noise or background noise, people working, birds chirping. It's going to pick those things up because the microphone the built-in microphone does a really good job. So you're going to have to go into post if you don't want to hear those things and knock them out. Other than that, if you're just shooting video and you're going to do voiceover, it doesn't matter that you can't put on the external microphone. Something else that I found was the 1/4-20 screw for the mount on the bottom is off to the one side. So if you're going to put it on a gimbal, it's going to be heavy to this side. Instead of it being in the center and balancing the camera out, it's not a big deal, but sometimes balancing issues can be a big deal. And if you do put your tripod mount, you put this on a tripod, or you put it on a little stand like this to walk around with it, you have to understand that it's going to cover up where the battery in the video card goes, because it mounts to that one side. So anytime you want to remove your battery or your video card, you're going to have to unscrew that or whatever you have in the way to be able to do that. It does have Wi-Fi. It's got all the features that the new cameras have, so that you don't necessarily have to take the video card out. The battery will charge inside the camera, so you don't literally have to take it out to charge it. You can if you would like. All in all, it's a pretty decent camera. If it's for you, that's up to you. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit that subscribe button. It would help me out considerably, and it doesn't cost anything. It's free, and it's not like you're going to be inundated with anything. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like or share the video. Leave some comments in the comment section, and I may put a link to this camera in the comment section. I normally put all my other equipment that I use to shoot my videos in there, so I'll try to find a link for this and put it in there also, and then you just decide whether it's for you or not. Well, thanks again for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day.